Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian with Biz Baits here. We wanted to take some time and get kind of behind the baits and behind the designs and tell you a little bit about how they came to be. So this is our Pad Daddy I'm holding here. This has been a staple since day one. There's been some modifications to it. But if you remember, if you're a longtime Biz fan, 10 years ago, maybe 8, whenever we decided to kind of make a shift, but we had the original Pad Daddy, had some 3D eyes on it, and it was a great toad. And there were some changes we wanted to make to it, and I'll explain why. But it was an awesome toad for us for many years. You know, I've mentioned that, you know, we started out just like everybody else, making baits in the garage and surfing the internet, looking for molds to make and have fun with, and trying to find the best baits and designs that you can make that were available to the market. So, you know, as we transitioned, we had the original Pad Daddy, and there was things we wanted to make. We think that we could help this bait a little bit better. And that's when we went kind of the full custom design we have now. So in this Pad Daddy, what makes it really unique, if you haven't thrown this toad and makes it really special, is there's a lot of topwater toads out there, you know, boot style frog toads that they're meant to be buzzed across the surface just like a buzz bait. But what's frustrating about a lot of toads on the market is they'll flip over on you. And when they flip over, you know, you miss a lot of fish because your hook point is simply pointed down. You know, if you guys have had this happen to you, the hook point comes to the bottom of the mouth if you're lucky, but a lot of times you set the hook and the toad comes flying back to you. So the first thing we wanted to do was incorporate a rounded belly. So the center of gravity on this toad rides belly down. So you'll see that on the packaging. I mean, that's what's unique about this toad. Even though it looks like many other buzz toads, we're breaking down some of these key features that make it different. The first is that rounded belly. So it's going to stay hook point up. If you come over a limb and it's rigged properly, if it rolls on its back for a second because you came over a lily pad or a stick or a stem, it rolls back to its stomach. So the hook point's up, you get the blow up out of cover, you get a great hook set and hook point to the roof of the mouth. Because we all know, man, like throwing a topwater bait, throwing a frog, is so much fun. Probably, you know, what everybody loves to do if they can get away with it in the time of year. Throwing a topwater bait, getting the bite is the most fun thing to do. What's very frustrating is missing them. And so that's where we wanted to incorporate this rounded belly and really increase that hookup ratio. The second thing we did was make the boot feet a little bit bigger. So these are nice large boot feet off the back of the toad to obviously leave an awesome little bubble trail. It has a really good cadence to it. You can reel this guy at different speeds. The legs are a little bit longer. So you'll notice if you crawl this thing, it's like pop, 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 and you're gonna have that really nice putter cadence out of these feet. And then lastly, you know, we took the shoulders, made them a little higher, widened the back side of the bait. So if you put a double hook through it, you know, some guys like throwing a double hook, frog hook on it. We made sure that would fit this toad nicely. I personally do still throw the single frog hook that we offer. I like a single hook. I think it can drive it home, but we also know other guys have confidence in other hooks too. So that double frog hook can sit well on the back of this toad now because it's wide on the back here. You got your shoulders to protect the hook points. So if it does roll over for a second, you don't snag a piece of grass or come over a limb or a log and stick that piece of wood. So a lot of little key features here. Got the warty pattern from top to bottom. Just a great looking toad. So looking at it from a package, you wouldn't think all these little things go into it, but the rounded belly is its signature deal. So it stays belly down, hook point up, and increases your hookup ratio. So this has been a staple. The Pad Daddy has been in the line almost since day one. It's been modified. It's truly custom. It's our design now. I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. So if you got lily pads around you, cover, grass, or you like throwing a topwater toad, give the Pad Daddy a shot. You're gonna get better hookups. You're gonna have a good time doing it.